And I'm like, excuse me? Cash? I'm in the middle of something, bud. Would you like some tomato soup? Huh? A little bit? Okay. I know, Johnny Cash, I worried too. A little bit. A little bit worried. Hello, vintage neighbors. Welcome to the Vintage Girl Next Door. My name is Laci. Today we're in the kitchen and we're testing out another retro recipe. I'm so excited for this one. A lovely subscriber sent me this amazing book in my P.O. box, a Campbell cookbook, Cooking with Soup, which on its own sounds fascinating. Can't find a copyright date on it. However, from the illustrations, it looks to be late 50s, possibly early 60s. There's some winners in here, you guys. I was dying looking through and reading these recipes. Pretty great. So I'll read you just a little excerpt from Miss Carolyn Campbell herself. Special advantages of soups for cooking are that they are double rich and double thick, expertly seasoned as by a chef, extra flavorful. Cream soups are creamy smooth every time. You will find that a casserole is half ready at the start when soup is the sauce. Vegetables are extra seasoned and enriched. You can toss a savory salad with soup dressing, broil a sandwich with soup topping, serve new cocktail dips that are quick and delicious with soup as the base. You can even add new character to cakes with condensed soups. Tomato soup cake recipes have long been treasured by homemakers. I can see it all now. The Campbell soup team sitting around the board table discussing this book. They've got it all laid out. We've got appetizers, we've got side dishes, we've got main dishes, sauces. We need some desserts. And then Carolyn Campbell herself stood up and said, "Hold my ladle." At the end of April, I did a little collaboration with my friend Kristina over at the Air Effect, where I made the chocolate mayonnaise cake and she made a tomato soup cake. Ever since then, it's been on my brain. I want to try it. Today is the day. And the Campbell's Cooking with Soup has the perfect recipe for us to test out. Gotta be honest, I'm not a big fan of tomato soup in general. It's way too acidic for me. I do like carrot cake and I like spice cake, so I feel like maybe it'll be good. I don't know. But I'm willing to give it a shot. Let's test out the Campbell's Cooking with Soup Rosy Chiffon Cake. The heading for the dessert section is called Surprise Cakes and Cookies. Surprise, there's soup in your cookies. Tomato soup gives a wonder what it is flavor. Is that a good thing? That's my question. And rosy color to cakes and cookies. Once tried, these are the unusual cake specialties you will want to make again and again. Some women win blue ribbons at fairs with tomato soup cakes. Others bake them for holiday gifts. Most women make them just for the pleasure of baking an easy cake with fascinating flavor. A little spicy, a little tangy, and altogether special. Cake mix users will find that spicy cakes made with tomato soup have more than extra flavor. All of these descriptions are killing me. Fascinating flavor, wonder what it is flavor, unusual, extra flavor. I don't know, guys. Let's see how it goes. I chose a dessert today because this video is sponsored by HelloFresh. HelloFresh is a meal kit delivery service. I've actually been subscribed to HelloFresh for at least 3 years now. I love it. It's super easy and convenient with way less waste than if I just go to the grocery store myself. I thought it would be fun to cook a interesting dessert to go with my dinner today. The HelloFresh recipes are delicious. They offer so many recipes to choose from every week, and it really helps me break out of the usual things that I cook and try some new things. And they also have a lot of low-calorie meals, carb smart, vegetarian, other options like that every single week. HelloFresh helps save a lot of time of going to the grocery store, meal planning, things like that. You can just have it delivered to your door. You don't have to go to the grocery store, and you get all the ingredients that you need delivered. It's also very flexible. You can add in extra meals to your weekly order, or you can change your delivery day or your food preferences, or if you're going out of town or something, you can skip a week. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code LaciFay12 to get 12 free meals, including free shipping. That is HelloFresh.com. Use code LaciFay12 to get 12 free meals, including free shipping. Without further ado, let's cook some soup. Cake. Here is the famous Campbell Cookbook, Cooking with Soup. Today's recipe, we are going for the rosy chiffon cake. I love the illustrations in this book, so cute. And the star of the show, tomato soup. We are going to start out by preheating the oven to 325. Adding in 2 1/4 cups of flour, 1 1/2 cup sugar, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of cloves, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. And we're going to mix that all together and get it nice and combined. And then I decided that the bowl it was in was not big enough. And then it said to make a well in the middle of the dry mixture and pour in the soup and 1/2 cup of oil and 5 egg yolks. And then later on, we need 1 cup of egg whites. It says 7 to 8 egg whites. So I ended up just doing a few more, just the whites. So in go the 5 egg yolks. And then we needed 2 teaspoons of grated lemon rind. It didn't say lemon zest, so I just used the small side of my grater. And then we're going to mix all of that stuff together until it is combined. It smelled very soupy, very tomatoey. I did not enjoy it. And now the recipe calls for 1 cup of egg whites, and we are going to add to those 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar, and then we are going to beat those until they form very stiff peaks, it says. So I just put my mixer on high and went for it for a while, and it didn't take too long. Stiffened up quite nicely. And next we are pouring the egg yolk mixture gradually over the whites, gently folding in with a rubber spatula until completely blended. Fold it in. Just fold it in. I don't know how I could be any clearer. I tried my best not to mix it too aggressively and just kind of, like it said, fold it in. Just doing a little bit at a time. using that rubber spatula. And I did eventually get it nice and mixed. And then pouring it into the pan, ungreased 10-inch tube pan is what it called for. And then going to bake that for 55 minutes at 325. And then it says to increase the heat to 350 and bake it another 10 or 15 minutes until the top springs back when it is touched. And so I set the timer for 55 minutes. And then checked it, and to me, it seemed done at this point, and I did not want to overcook it and let it become dry or burned, of course. And so it seemed like the top was already kind of springing back when I touched it, so I just went ahead and took it out at the 55-minute mark, and I didn't increase the heat or make it longer. And now I am making the frosting. It listed a few options for frosting. It's regular frosting, but then also there was a cream cheese frosting option, and that sounded the best to me, so that's what I did. It was a super easy recipe. I will definitely use this cream cheese frosting recipe again. So we're blending 3-ounce package of cream cheese, which cream cheese doesn't come in 3-ounce packages anymore, so I just used regular one and just used 3 ounces out of it. And blend that with 1 tablespoon of milk, and then gradually add in 2.5 cups of confectioner's sugar. And just keep blending. It ended up very yummy cream cheese frosting. Super easy. I'm just kind of gradually adding in that powdered sugar, blending it just a little bit at a time, getting it nice and mixed and smooth. And then it said you could add in half a teaspoon of vanilla extract if desired. You didn't need to. I thought it sounded good, so I went ahead and added the vanilla. Just do a quick quality check on the frosting situation. Satisfactory. And now I am frosting our cake. It did smell a little bit better as it was baking. It kind of smelled like, almost like gingerbread cookies or something to me, but not quite as strong. I was having a hard time. This frosting was actually kind of thin, and so it was a little hard to make it look nice on the cake. I swear it looked better in person. And then this is also optional, but you could sprinkle the top of the cake with maple sugar, and I thought that sounded good, so I did it. And here is our finished HelloFresh meal. Looks delicious. It tasted delicious. Super easy, only about 30 to 45 minutes to make. And our cake, tomato soup cake, our rosy chiffon cake in all its glory. Very nice. The cake is done, and it is time for the moment of truth. Time to taste it. While it was cooking, it did start to smell better. Not as tomatoey. It started to smell a little more like a spice cake, I guess, which it wasn't bad. So we'll see. I think it came out okay. Let's taste it. Ooh, look at that. It looks pretty. Take a look. It smells good. It smells like a spice cake, except a little milder. I'm still getting a hint of tomato, you guys. Very nice. Here we go. I don't hate it. I still taste tomato soup. Ah! It's not bad. It's definitely more of a dense cake, almost like a banana bread or something like that. As far as like the texture goes, it's kind of heavy, kind of dense. Okay, listen, it's not bad. I feel like if you like tomato soup, you're gonna like it a lot more. I don't know that I would award it a blue ribbon, to be honest. I think for me, it's more of a better luck next time brown ribbon winner. But like I said, it's definitely interesting. All of those descriptive words that they used in the recipe, very accurate. I am quite confused by this cake. It's not bad. I don't love it. Fascinating flavor, unique flavor, sure. They did not lie. It's definitely better, like with the more frosting you've got on the bite. I definitely like that a lot better. All in all, it's not bad. Would I make it again? I don't know about that. Have you guys tried a tomato soup cake? I would love to hear about it in the comments. What are your thoughts? How do you feel about this cake? My feelings are quite conflicted. I'm just not sure yet. Thanks again to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. Make sure you check out my link in the description so you can get your coupon code. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. If you are new and you have not subscribed yet, please do so. I would love to have you stick around our vintage neighborhood for more of our vintage fun. Don't forget, in just a few days is my live stream event. I'm going to do a Q&A live stream for The Longest Day in order to raise awareness for Alzheimer's and dementia on behalf of my sweet grandma Dorothy, who just passed away in January from Alzheimer's dementia. I want to do this to raise awareness and do a little fundraiser to support Alzheimer's research. So don't forget, I will be doing that just in a couple of days on the 20th, live stream here on YouTube. I will schedule it ahead of time so that you can plan on it, but it will be on Sunday, and it would mean the world to me if you would join me on that day to raise some awareness for Alzheimer's. I do have several other vintage baking and retro recipes, and I will link that playlist for you so that you can check those out if you have not already done so. I hope that you are feeling safe and loved wherever you are in the world, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!